Aha! Greetings and welcome to the Christmas live stream number 3. And I cannot believe we're already at number 3. December is just flying by, and if there was some way of making time stand still, I would definitely employ it because it's just going by too damn fast. So anyway, number 3. And today we have 3 gentlemen who come as one under the heading of Universal Shabby Reviews. You all know who these guys are, so without further ado, let's bring them on one by one. Up first, we have a guy who goes by the name of Roland's Reviews. Ooh. Greetings.
I thought you were going to go Universal first in order.
It's just in the order they appear on my screen. So you were first up, Tez.
Wait, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Everyone knows Tez. Next up, he's taking a sip, but he's putting it down, and here he goes. It's Matt. From Universal.
Cheers.
Greetings, Matt.
You're all right. Good evening. Hi, Dean. Hi, Taz. What are you doing here?
Last of all, his name is Shabby, but he's not really shabby. He's a good guy. It's Mark from Shabby Geek.
Hey, everyone.
How about that?
This is going to be awesome.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I have.
Yeah.
Excited.
And already we have a ton of chat. And again, I'm going to apologize in advance. Due to the nature of these streams, I am not really able to keep an eye on the chat too much. I've got one out the corner of my eye over here, but for the most part, I'll be looking at what I'm sharing. But very quickly, we'll just say a few hellos. So Bjorn is here. Bjorn, got the 1980s and Star Wars guy.
Nice.
Appropriate.
Biker is here.
Biker.
Bobby L. Collins.
Bobby.
Scuba Pete.
There he is.
There we go. Darren Terry. These are great. I love when we have a look through vintage toy Christmas catalogs, don't we all?
Yeah.
The memories.
Blake is here. And Mr. Goboto.
Hello.
Kieran Ball is here. It's good to see Kieran.
Hi, Kieran.
And let me see. Again, I apologize if I miss anyone. Cal is here.
Hello.
Jody is here. Good to see you again, Jody. And his buddy, Chris, is here.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
And Gerard is here.
Gerard?
Chippo. 24 hours early. Let's see.
You got us twice this week, Chippo.
Yeah. Can't help it.
So everyone's saying hi to each other. Oh, Dave is here. Vintage Toy Rush.
I still haven't watched Dave's videos.
It's a good impression.
Samantha is here.
Yeah.
Hello, Samantha.
And we've got Kickback 1985. I'm in heaven yet again. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Wow.
What are you doing to yourself? I have to know because
he's kicking back, isn't he? I mean, that's what he's doing.
Neil. And it wouldn't be a stream without one of these from Jody, Just Cause. Well, thank you so much, Jody. Incredibly kind of you.
Good man.
I think everyone is just saying hello to each other. Oh, we've got Ryan is here. Good to see you, Ryan. And Samantha is waving to everyone. Connor is here.
Hi, Connor.
It's a legend, Connor.
Okay, so we're caught up. So everyone said hi to each other. So I guess first things first, just checking my list, and we'll take a look at what was shown on BBC One. We're doing Christmas Eve, and if we have time, we might even look at Christmas Day. But anyway, here's a little intro for you. So, we always loved watching TV at Christmas, and I have one particular memory which may or may not be from 1984. It was on the other side. It was on ITV, and it would have been Whack-A-Day with Mallet. And he introduced the show by saying, here we are on Christmas Eve. This is the longest day of the year. Now, technically, I believe December 21 is the shortest day of the year, but I took on board what he was saying in that as a kid, Christmas Eve just used to last forever because you couldn't wait to get to Christmas Day. And sadly, the complete opposite happens now. Like every day that I am living is going by in a few minutes, it seems like. I cannot believe how fast time is going by, and it's rather frightening. But anyway, with that doom and gloom out the way,
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, you're gonna die.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we're gonna die soon.
You're gonna die soon.
BBC One, Christmas Eve. So, can you see that, gentlemen?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're kicking off 6 a.m. with a bit of CFAX.
We'd be up watching that, wouldn't we? No.
Yeah. Now, do you remember with CFAX and teletext, there were certain pages you would go to that would have maybe a dozen or so pages within that page. And if you were reading your page, it would suddenly jump to the next page. And you'd have to wait for it to go through every page back to the page you were on.
Yeah.
It's like when you were checking the football results, it would go like English Premiership, and then it would jump to First Division or whatever it was called back then. And then if you didn't finish reading the whole first page, you had to wait for it to go through all the leagues before getting back. Pain in the arse. But I guess for its time, it was pretty inventive. And some of it.
Do you remember there was also a trivia game on CFAX as well? Do you ever remember playing that?
The quizzes.
Quizzes. You had a special name, didn't it? What was the name of it?
Can't remember. There were a few pages, weren't there?
It had a guy on it. Well, it was done in the CFAX graphics, but there was a man and he was telling you the questions. Trivia.
But it didn't involve color-coded buttons on the remote control.
Color-coded buttons.
You had to learn the colors on your buttons.
The red, yellow, blue, and green.
But then 6:30, we've got a bit of breakfast time with Frank Boff and Selena Scott.
Oh, Frank Boff.
Selena Scott. Ooh la la.
And they had the Green Goddess, Diana Moran, who was remember she wore the green leotard and did a bit of aerobics. Yeah.
Oh, that was like, I remember Mad Lizzie. She was
ITV, right? Yeah.
ITV, Mad Lizzie test.
Mad Lizzie.
But sadly, looking at this, it appears that they had Keith Harris as a guest. Not so good.
Rolf Harris would have been a worse guest, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. Just now, quickly regarding Frank Boff, I seem to remember reading a story, it would have been in the 90s, I guess, that he was quite a kinky individual. And the story was that he enjoyed being tied and hung upside down while birds pecked his testicals.
Yeah, no, I probably.
I'm glad it's not just me then. That's somebody else.
It was a big scandal. There was probably a lot of snow on that episode of the Christmas breakfast time as well.
All right.
Yeah. There was a lot of scandal going on.
Oh yeah.
But not with this lovely Selena Scott, of course.
Oh no, she was lovely.
Yeah.
She was.
Busker's Christmas Story. Now, was Busker a dog by any chance, or? I don't remember this.
No,
I don't remember Busker.
I remember Christopher Lillicrap who presented it. Remember Christopher Lillicrap?
It's a hell of a name.
He was a singing presenter. He used to present a TV kids program called Flicks. Flick through the pages of a book.
Okay.
Yeah. Christopher Lillicrap.
Yeah. A bit of Paddington Bear.
Bear.
I think as a very young boy, I liked Paddington, but as I got to be sort of 9 or 10, it became a bit sort of childish for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Lassie, of course.
Lassie.
And of course, and this one featured Manuel from Mexico.
He probably fell down a well.
Yeah. The Charlie Brown Christmas. As I said last week, I could never take to Charlie Brown because of the really bad animation.
No, because a lot of Americans, that's a cornerstone of their sort of Christmas.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, Halloween. There's always a Charlie Brown special, isn't there?
Yeah,
is it Peanuts or something? Peanuts?
Peanuts.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that a couple of times.
No, I never took to it myself.
No, I never took to it. Jack and Ori, I always found to be incredibly boring.
Depends who was reading it, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a celebrity reading a kid's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something like Rick Mail reading it, then it'd be worth
Yeah, Rick
listening to.
Mail.
Yeah.
He's usually. I remember. Jeremy Irons doing it once before he was, because he used to be on Play Away, didn't he?
That's right. Yeah.
He was. Yeah, I remember him doing it once. Jeremy Irons.
A bit of Magic Roundabout, and as I think it was last week I said this. Is it the case that the guy who wrote Magic Roundabout was high on drugs, or had to be high on drugs to actually watch it, or something?
Both.
He was on. I think definitely high when he created it. Yeah.
Jamie and the Magic Torch. That was quite far out as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
love that.
Play School, and it's presented by Carol Chell and Ben Bazell. I don't remember them at all.
No.
I was always a Fluella Benjamin fan as a little boy.
Benjamin.
Oh yes.
And Richard Griffiths. Richard. The he was black guy moustache.
That's right. Yeah.
Is it Richard Griffiths? Derek
Griffiths.
Derek Griffiths, Tez. Yeah.
Got it.
That's some memory there, Terence.
Yeah.
I walked down to the kitchen, and I don't know why I walked down there, but I remember that. What I walked into the kitchen for?
Henry's cat.
Meow.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big fan.
No. Now, when I first saw this, it said the Chucklehounds Christmas. I thought of the Chuckle Brothers, but that's not them, right?
No, I think it was one. I think they were the Chucklehounds.
Yeah.
They were dressed up.
The Chucklehounds came first.
Yeah, they did.
And then they took the dog suits off, and they were the Chuckle Brothers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, that's one of these shows that I would have sworn that the Chuckle Brothers were an ITV thing.
Yeah, I thought they were later as well, a lot later.
Well, I think the Chuckle Brothers was, but Chucklehounds was BBC.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
They were just in dog suits, weren't they?
Yeah.
So this one, The Sounds of '84, was like a music show from the Montreux Pop Festival, introduced by Noel Edmonds and Adam Ant.
Yeah. Oh wow! I used to love that. I used to love Adam Ant.
Oh yeah, featured The Alarm, Bananarama, Nino D'Angelo, Nena, Queen, Cliff Richards, Shaky, Spandau Ballet, Rod Stewart, Tracy Ullman, and Ultravox. Quite a lineup.
Oh yeah.
Lineup. Is Noel Edmonds still on the TV now, boys? In England, is he still on the TV?
Who?
Noel Edmonds.
He keeps coming back. He lives down in Cornwall in his big mansion.
He does occasionally does game shows, doesn't he? Occasionally, he's disappeared again.
Yeah. He didn't deal or no deal for years, and then
he vanishes. They'll come back again for something else.
Yeah, you forget how long he's been on the TV for, right? He's been on for years.
Interestingly, it says part 2 was on Boxing Day, and I distinctly remember recording part 2 because Duran Duran were on it.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. And I think, if I remember rightly, they performed A View to a... No, it could have done. Because View to a Kill was 85, so no, it wouldn't have been.
No, it would have.
Wild Boys it was, sorry. Wild Boys.
Yeah.
Wild Boys, yeah.
So, wait till your father gets home.
Wait till your father gets home.
I don't remember this.
No one remembers this. Do you
Is
remember
it a cartoon?
Yeah. It used to be shown on a Saturday before Satan Greavesy.
All right.
Wait till your father gets.
Wow.
It was like the Flintstones, but set in the 70s, sort of modern suburbia.
Okay. So now we've got a bit of news with Moira Stewart and Bill Giles. Remember them both?
Yeah, Moira
Bill
Stewart.
Giles.
Yeah.
Remember Gordon Honeycomb?
Oh, that rings a bell. Yeah.
The TVAM news reader.
And again, so for the last 3 years, we've had, for the last 3 episodes of this show, we've had the Junior Kickstart has been shown on Christmas Eve. What a show that was.
What a classic.
Although, in all honesty, Junior Kickstart was a bit of a letdown compared to the full fat Kickstart, because the stunts were a lot, or the obstacles were a lot safer for the kids to go over. It wasn't quite as exciting as the real thing, but as I said last week, my overriding memory was that of jealousy that these other kids my age had these motorbikes.
Yeah. Like, how did their parents let them get motorbikes?
Yeah.
Like, why have one? Why can't I have a motorbike?
In fact, I didn't know anyone at my school had to have a motorbike.
No. Strange.
So this is the movie. This was Kung Fu, the Demon God with David Carradine.
Oh, Carradine. Oh, original.
Oh, Kung Fu the movie. Yeah, I remember the Grasshopper.
Although it's only on for 50 minutes. Was that
all right? It must have been
a TV show, perhaps? Or
they did a TV show. Yeah, it was David Carradine. He was
Yeah, I don't really watch much of it. Yeah.
No. It was probably a movie because in America they have all those commercials, don't they? So maybe with an hour and a half, and then when the BBC it went to 50 minutes.
The Raccoons was a classic.
Oh yeah,
I love the Raccoons.
I've got that on DVD. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got the series 1 and 2 on DVD.
Yeah.
Rewatch.
Now, I always remember on a Christmas Eve they would always show a movie that was of never any great interest to me, and my dad would make me watch them. And this one was The Cruel Sea.
That's like us now, making our kids watch Predator.
Yeah.
You love this. You love this.
Yeah. I still remember my dad making me watch 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and whilst it was okay, I wanted to be playing with my toys, not watching some old movie. And I don't know when this one was from, but it definitely would have been one of those older movies. Pop Quiz. Christmas special. That's more like it.
That was Mike Reed, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mike Reed hosted, and this one was 2 teams. So the first team was Noddy Holder of Slade, Toya, and Meatloaf. Up against Roger Taylor of Queen, Nasher from Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and Green from Scritti Politti.
Scritti Politti.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some high end and low end.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then, of course, the following Friday was the real special one, but it was Duran Duran versus Spandau Ballet. Remember that one quite well.
That's like Beatles and the Stones, isn't it?
Yeah. More Jackanory. Unbelievable.
Crikey, that's squeezing him in.
Jeremy Irons.
There we go.
There you go.
That's the one you probably remember then.
That's the one I was probably talking about.
Yeah. Blue Peter. So this time the hosts are Simon Groom, Janet Ellis, and Michael Sundin. Now, without question, I remember Simon. Didn't he have the sort of golden dog?
Yeah, Goldie.
Goldie. The Labrador. Yeah.
Janet, I remember.
I've met Janet Ellis. I used to work with.
She's got a famous daughter, actually, Tess. Janet, is it Sophie Ellis Baxter?
Sophie Ellis Baxter. And when we were kids, she was pregnant on the show, and she went for an ultrasound. So we saw Sophie Ellis Baxter inside the ultrasound. But I used to work with Janet's brother in TV when she worked in TV.
Nice.
He was very lovey darling. Very lovely darling. Darling. Darling.
Michael Sundin, I'm having a problem with. I don't remember that name.
No.
Don't remember Michael Sundin.
I remember
Duncan Dares was the.
Was that Peter Duncan? Did he appear in Flash Gordon? Spare me the madness.
Yeah.
Spare me the madness.
He's only put his hands in and got bit in the
cave. Scared the hell out of me, that did.
And again, we may as well go over the famous Blue Peter Advent candle that was made of coat hangers, flammable tinsel, and an open flame.
Thousands of.
And there it is, right there.
And funnily enough, I was never allowed to make one.
We never had wire coat hangers. We always had the ones from CNA.
Very nice, Tess. Very nice.
CNA, crikey.
Box of Delights. I remember enjoying that.
Yeah, that was with Pete Troughton.
Yeah, was that like set sort of like Victorian times or turn of the century? The big
mansion, 1920s and
right.
Yeah, it was a great series. That was great series. I remember.
I don't remember. What was it about?
A kid was an orphan, and he had a box, and he opened it, and it was all this magical stuff, and there was baddies trying to get it, and he could shrink and he could fly. I remember recording that at the end of the Black Hole.
You You remember so much more, Tess.
I remember so much.
I think I was just too busy playing. I think I was probably too busy when we. Yeah.
I was a sponge.
So,
sponge.
Bit more news again with Moira Stewart.
Skip the next one.
Jim will fix it. Now, the last 2 episodes, the wishes the kids had were just crap. So this time, the kids are asking, and it's now Jimmy Savile, OBE, please can Father Christmas come in the summer? Say, shall we go to the ball? Can we be in a pop video? I think that's fit. That's a good request. And last of all, some kid wanted to singing in the rain with Tommy Steele.
Wow. Wow.
And that kid grew up to be James Corden.
Yeah. I still have this vivid memory of one Jim will fix it, where the kid wanted it for his mum or grandmother to meet Tom Jones. And Tom Jones came to their house, and Tom Jones was quite a sweaty individual. You always got the impression he was always sweating and perspiring.
Yeah, I know
so
what you mean.
He goes into the lady's house, and he grabs some tissue and wipes his sweat off his brow and hands it to her and says, stick that in the freezer. You can keep that forever.
Stick that in the freezer. Keep that forever.
Yeah. Lovely. A sweaty tissue. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not unusual.
Yeah, we're in England. It's not unusual.
Yeah. No, this looks like the movie.
Unusual.
One of our dinosaurs is missing.
Oh, that's a Disney one with the
Peter Ustinov.
the skeleton.
Isn't that the famous skeleton that's used in Star Wars, isn't it? They use the skeleton from that to put on.
Yeah,
they do in Star Wars, don't they?
Nice.
The dragon,
the dragon, to lay on the dunes.
Crate dragon.
The crate dragon. That's
very
it.
nice.
Yeah.
Only fools and horses. Diamonds are for Heather.
Diamonds are for Heather.
It wouldn't be Christmas without Only Fools, would it? Let's be honest.
No.
Fantastic.
Look how young they are there as well.
Yeah.
Then a bit of Cagney and Lacey.
Oh,
that'd be a good trailer, that would.
Oh, yeah.
They're showing that on Forces TV at the moment, Cagney and Lacey.
More news with Moira Stewart.
What's the
Val Doonican's Very Special Christmas.
Oh, wow.
No, I always remember getting to watch this because normally this would be way past my bedtime, but because I was so excited for Christmas, I couldn't sleep. And they'd let me stay up as long as I could stay awake. And I always remember seeing Val Doonican. Good sort of family entertainment.
Yeah.
Who did they have? Engelbert Humperdinck, Pam Ayres.
Pam Ayres.
Oh,
the
Pam
Cambridge Buskers. Oh, and they've got the featuring the BBC weathermen, Jim Bacon, Bill Giles, and Ian McCaskill.
Remember John Ketley is the weatherman.
What about Michael Fish?
And so was Michael Fish.
The dreaded Michael Fish.
Yeah. No, there's no hurricane coming. Don't worry.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Pretty
Don't worry.
Angels in the Annex. What the hell is this?
Oh, got to be some sort of...
Mrs. Britton is determined that this year the school will do a really different Christmas show.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Then
we had the Mass of the Nativity, finishing it with a bit of weather, and then we're done.
That's when
Christmas
Eve.
Christmas Eve, no film or nothing really. Just
because that was it. Christmas started as the weather finished. You were into Christmas Day. You had to go to bed and wake up and see what Santa had delivered.
Yeah. Did any of you guys? We had presents under the tree, but my main present, son from my sister, was always a plastic sack with Santa on it from Woolworths.
We had big plastic sacks, Tess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the bed.
I had a stocking at the end of the bed. Stocking.
Yeah.
I never had anything in my bedroom, but I have three brothers, so all four of us got a huge plastic sack, and they're always downstairs. You know what I mean, with our names on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to hear my parents come in and put the presents by my bed. So
that wasn't your parents, Matt. That was Father Christmas.
Yeah,
wasn't your parents.
I remember. I
don't
think
think any children are watching this.
I think it was the Christmas. I don't know. I remember the Christmas. I opened up my. I heard my mum come in.
Yeah.
Like 2 in the morning, and I waited about an hour and woke up about 3, and then started opening some of the presents. I think got the biker scout or the speed bike, and my mum came home and absolutely bollocked me.
My little brother did it. My little brother did something. He asked how Father Christmas can come down the chimney when we had an electric fireplace. So my dad made something up like, it'll come through the back door, whatever. Well, about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, my little brother had come downstairs and opened the back door, left it open all night. My dad went mad in the morning, like, what have you done? Do you know what I mean? House was freezing. Do you know what I mean?
Now, did you ever, like, when you were very young, did you ever put out the plate with the biscuits and the glass of milk?
Yeah.
And the
There's always mince pies we put out, though. Mince pies we put out.
And a carrot and some milk.
I used to stay at my nan and granddad's, and they had a real fireplace. So what my granddad would do is he would actually make footprints in the soot, in the carpet, and put like reindeer prints as well. And then the mince pie would be eaten, and then the carrot would be half eaten. Just when you're
wonderful stuff.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do you want to take a quick gander at Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Why not? One.
I don't remember much on Christmas Eve, but
Christmas Day, I was too busy playing with everything, weren't you? You were playing with all your toys.
There would be a stop playing, put your toys down movie on.
There were a movie in the evening after you had your dinner. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I go here.
You didn't have to record Christmas Day, all the stuff so you can watch it back Boxing Day.
We had I had the Betamax, which I still have because I have everything.
Again, more CFAX, bit more Play School.
Another Buskers.
Buskers again. Born in Bethlehem. This was the Welsh chorus. No. And then we had a Christmas morning service.
I used to watch that. No one used to watch that.
It used to be on in the background, didn't it? That.
Yeah.
The weather.
Look how traditional it was back then. Though. Everything's traditional. Do you know what I mean? It's
Here we go. Noel Edmonds, the live Christmas breakfast show.
Wow.
And had Mike Smith was the reporter.
Mike Smith. Who did he married Sarah Green, didn't he?
Yeah. Didn't he crash his helicopter?
He broke his leg, but he died. He died about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh wow!
Right.
I didn't realise. Yeah.
So this is Blue Murder at St. Trinian's. Now, was St. Trinian's almost in the same league as the Carry On films?
Yeah, sort of.
It's all the girls in the school, wasn't it?
It should have.
I don't think it was innuendoed as Carry On.
No. Yeah, Arthur Daly was in it. When the old Arthur Daly, he was a spiff, wasn't he? Yeah.
Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
So this one featured Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Howard Jones, Duran Duran, Nick Kershaw, Culture Club, Thompson Twins, Jim Diamond, Wham, Paul Young, George Michael, and Band Aid. What a lineup!
So would Frankie Goes to Hollywood, would that single have been banned before 84? When did Relax come out?
No, well, that was all 84, but I suspect they would have been performing The Power of Love on this episode.
Yeah.
And I think Duran Duran probably would have done Wild Boys because that was their current single at the time.
Yeah.
What an amazing lineup. Then we had the Queen's Speech. We always have to listen to that. Does she still do the speech at 3:00?
Yeah, nobody watches.
Yeah.
Terry, you've got to watch the Queen's Speech, Tez.
I do.
Not really watched it myself.
Nah. Mary Poppins was the movie.
Oh yes, Jim Chimney.
Yeah.
What time was that on?
That was on at 3.
We're getting late now. Yeah.
3:10.
Ooh.
Bit more news with Jan Leeming.
Remember
her? Yeah. Christmas Blankety Blank with Les Dawson.
Oh, Les Dawson, yeah.
Yeah, and the panelists were Lorraine Chase, Suzanne Danielle, Ken Dodd, Russell Harty, Ruth Maddock, and Derek Nimmo.
Lorraine Chase was beautiful, wasn't she? She was absolutely beautiful.
So proper like down south, wasn't she?
All right, mate. Yeah.
All right, down south.
Heidi High.
Heidi High.
Oh.
Series
Hello,
6.
campaign.
Yeah. Paul Daniels' Magic Christmas Show.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Yes. Did he die?
Yeah, he's died.
Right.
Debbie McGee was. I don't watch it, but she was in Strictly Come Dancing, wasn't she?
Okay.
Or in the
See, that's
Jungle.
the thing for me and you, Dean. With us being over here, we don't really hear. Like you'd be your C-rate celebrities that are big in England. We won't know whether they've died or not. Will we?
Exactly.
No.
I still remember the question put to Debbie McGee, which was, "So, Debbie, what was it that attracted you to millionaire Paul Daniels?"
That was Mrs. Merton, wasn't it? Mrs. Merton.
Yeah,
Mrs.
Merton.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So, Just Good Friends.
Yeah, my mum used to love that. Paul Daniels.
And
Jan
at
Francis.
8, the two Ronnies Christmas special, the best.
The Phantom Raspberry Blower.
Oh yeah.
Four candles. Four candles.
And that was a regional variation, was a bit of news, and the two Ronnies again. The main news with Jan Leeming, Wogan.
Who was on?
Freddie Starr, Dame Kiri Takanawa.
I remember watching that. I remember
Elton John and Victoria Principal.
Freddie Starr was a complete and utter outrage. You know, when he just takes over the show. He just took over the show that night. I remember watching that.
Ah, excellent.
David Beckham?
Victoria Principal.
I was going to say David Beckham. Where'd you get that from?
It said David Buckingham.
Oh, right. Because his name was 9.
Some Like It Hot was the movie.
Oh, yeah. That's a great movie. That's
brilliant.
That's a great movie. Jack Lemmon, isn't it? Yeah.
And then Weather. And that was it. That was us done for Christmas.
Wow.
Oh, God. I would have been cracking.
Not really that impressive, to be honest.
No.
We had loads of toys to play with anyway.
Yeah, but don't forget, I wish there was some way to find out what was shown on ITV, because ITV had the best movies over the Christmas period, without question.
When you recorded movies on ITV, did you pause the adverts? Or did you...
because remember, we'd be watching BBC while recording ITV.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could only do one thing, if I remember rightly.
It's probably great if people still got their videotapes. They still got the recordings with all the original adverts.
Oh yeah,
it's got to be great, isn't it?
Well, I've got my Star Wars is like that. It's got like I don't know, like old personal adverts and.
All right.
Yeah.
It's got an advert for. It's got an advert for the ZX Spectrum when that came out.
Yeah. I get a lot of pleasure just watching old adverts on YouTube.
I do. I do.
It's just such a throwback.
I was right about that saddle, though. That's one of my favourites at Christmas.
Yeah, I was right about that.
Oh yeah.
Look at the saddles. Yeah.
Now here's the question about. Now was it? It was either Oxo or Bisto had the family.
Oxo.
No,
was that like a continuing story each year? Or was it just like one off?
They did like 2 or 3 a year, and then there was like a Christmas edition.
Yeah, because that Oxo mum did it for years, didn't she?
Yeah.
I don't really remember the other one, but I remember her.
Was the mum,
Linda Bellingham.
Linda Bellingham.
She passed away.
Yeah, she was nice. Yeah.
I mean, everyone's dead, Dean. There's no point in us going on.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
Some. I was saying some other famous comedian passed away yesterday, didn't he? Jeffro passed away.
Jeffro, the comedian.
Jeffro, the Cornish comedian. Yeah.
Well, the company I used to work for did a program with Linda Bellingham. Linda Bellingham's Travels, where she just drove around the UK in a camper van. She did two series of that, and then we had to cancel the second series because she got too ill and she died.
She died recently.
I actually watch on YouTube a lot of old sort of 70s British comedies, and it's so depressing because I finish the show and I go on to Google each actor. Oh, dead. Every one of them. So,
shame.
That was the BBC in '84. Let's take a look at the top 10 singles.
Ooh.
And we'll just slip into it by doing this. Now, so far in the previous 2 episodes we've done, the Christmas top 10 has really not been that Christmassy. So I'm hoping we're going to get something a little bit more festive in 1984. So let's
please. Yeah.
So, coming in at number 10, Tears for Fears with Shout.
Shout.
A Christmas classic.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Very, very Christmassy. Yeah.
Very Christmassy. It's a good song, mind, but not very
good. Very good. Yeah, it is.
Number 9, Paul Young with Everything Must Change.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
I do like Wherever You Lay Your Hat. I love the intro to that.
So now at number 8, we've got Gary Glitter with Another Rock and Roll Christmas. Now, this is a case of separating the artist from the art, because I love this song. And despite what a scumbag he is in real life, I'm still going to enjoy the song for what it is.
You could say the same with like whatever you think of Michael Jackson. You could say the same with that.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Ray Parker Jr.
Fantastic.
That was
Power.
Discussed earlier, Frankie Goes to Hollywood with The Power of Love. Now, I hear this song every year because it was on. My mum and dad had a double CD of Christmas music, and that was on it. But there's nothing really Christmassy in the lyrics.
I've always thought that. What's Christmassy about The Power of Love? It's
it was on this morning on radio on the Zoe Ball show. They played that. The Power of Love.
Yeah.
I was singing in the traffic jam.
And again,
so Zoe Ball's still alive then?
Yeah, Zoe Ball's still alive. Yeah, she's 97.
Funnily enough, I can think of at least 3 songs called The Power of Love in the 80s. Jennifer Rush and Huey Lewis.
Oh yeah,
Huey Lewis. Yeah.
It's really powerful.
Now here's the thing. Not necessarily a Christmas song, but Madonna's singing about a virgin, and we had the Virgin Mary and all that.
Dodgy.
Yeah.
I always class that as a summer song. That's weird.
Now, Nelly the Elephant by the Toy Dolls.
Nelly the Elephant. That was a school disco classic. That was. Fights would break out when that came on. Now,
number 3, Paul McCartney and the Frog Chorus with "We All Stand Together." That was like bow, bow, bow.
I think that's quite Christmassy to me. I remember that being
that's very good. I used to love the animation.
I got that on an LP. It was one of my first LPs, I think.
So
that was created at the video was Cosgrove Hall in Manchester that you did Wind in the Willows and all that sort of animation.
So at number 2, we have Wham, and we've got to feel sorry for these guys because when they finished recording this, they were probably rubbing their hands or rubbing whatever it was they rubbed, thinking, we've got the Christmas number 1, lads. We're in for certain. We are going to be Christmas number 1, only for Band-Aid to come out and rob them of that chance.
Well, they want that too, so you can't complain.
No, he was singing in that one as well when Wham was singing in that one.
Yeah, George did his line
of songs, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah.
He was lucky. He had 1 and 2, didn't he? In a way, so
that way.
But Ed Sheeran gets 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the charts every week.
Who? Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Is he a footballer? Was he? What was he?
I took a look.
He's a little ginger growler.
Yeah. I took a look at the UK charts a month or 2 back.
Say it.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing in the top 10. It was just absolute garbage.
I check it. Working in TV, like not so much now, but I used to have to check it maybe once a week to try and get they wanted the newest songs out, and it was so difficult because sometimes in TV it was a case of, oh, we want the instrumental version of that. We want to get rid of the lyrics, and you take the lyrics off, and there's nothing there.
No.
So, is Christmas number one still a big deal, though, or is it not a big deal anymore?
It's what? The chart.
The Christmas number one used to be a massive big deal, didn't it?
Yeah, they still show Top of the Pops, don't they? I think
They
we still
still
get
show
Top of the Pops once a year now. We do get it Christmas.
It's just because everything's
It's not-
downloaded. Because
Yeah.
it's done on
Right.
YouTube
Kids.
views now and everything. It's
TikTok.
Kids
TikTok,
don't know what
yeah.
LPs and CDs are nowadays,
So-
do they? They don't.
Oh, don't get me started.
No. So, on the subject of the Christmas top 10, what are some of your favorite Christmas songs in general?
I always forget the name of it, but it's
I do as well.
that one. That one.
Yeah.
That one, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one. That's the one I
I like
did.
that. It'll be lonely this Christmas.
How about this? I only found out that wasn't Elvis Presley fairly recently. It was
It's
Mud.
not.
It's Mud.
No, it's Mud.
It's Mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go, go.
For
I thought it
years,
was
it
Elvis.
seemed it was Elvis.
Yeah.
They sang
Yeah, it's an
Tiger Feet
Englishman.
as well, yeah. Did they Tiger Feet? Did they sing? Is that the right?
Yeah.
Tiger Feet.
Yeah, they Mud sang Tiger Feet.
I don't know. There's something about Slade that always gets me going. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard as well.
Wizard, yeah.
Wizard, yeah.
There's not many new modern. I mean,
No.
Ariana Grande has brought out a Christmas song, and it sounds okay for it sounds a bit 80s.
Isn't it funny how, as we're just discussing here, there are no modern Christmas songs that grab our attention, and yet everything we love is from decades ago.
Yeah.
I think Mariah Carey's the only one. That's not even
Mariah
modern. That's
Carey.
20 years
20
itself.
years,
But
she makes an. I saw the other day. She makes an absolute fortune every Christmas from that song.
Oh yeah,
Absolute fortune. So yeah, that's
There's a Coldplay one, Christmas Light, which has been out for about 10 years, and that's becoming a bit nostalgic now.
Yeah.
They play that a lot.
Yeah.
It's not
Now-
too bad.
There have been at least 2 or maybe 3 remakes of the Band-Aid song. The first remake I can tolerate. That has like Jason Donovan, Kylie Minogue, Ross, Wet, Wet, Wet were on there, I think. That one I can
not too
tolerate. After that, they are absolutely terrible. I don't even know who the artists are, to be honest.
I think there was like JLS did one, and
JLS.
what's the E17? Is it E17? Didn't they do one?
I'm glad you brought it up though, because me, Matt, and Tez are going to bring it out this year.
yeah. Watch this space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing here, George has said that the Spice Girls Merry Christmas. Oh,
Do you remember that one, George?
I do remember that one. Yeah.
It's funny, Dean. Have you noticed over here as well when the Christmas songs in America play on the radio? They're not the ones you remember as kids. I think besides Band-Aid, they don't play anything we had as kids. You know what I mean?
No shaky.
No shaky.
Well, like I said, back in October, I heard Shaky at the discount store doing Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Snow is falling.
Yeah.
Were you like that?
That's it.
Yeah, I got the
Picking stuff off the shelves.
Yeah.
I quite like. I'm not a big E17 fan, but like,
I had to take my wife to a concert.
The song they sang it. That's a good song. It's a good song.
Did you hear Matt? He had to take his wife. We've seen those posters, Matt. You don't have to lie.
You're like doing like me. You had your top off and everything.
It's very painful.
One here. Connor, thank you so much.
Nice.
Says, I got a Fisher Price tape recorder that year and recorded Do They Know It's Christmas off that episode of Top of the Pops. Great memories flooding back here, Dean and panel. Wonderful stream. Oh, thank you so much, Connor.
Thanks, Connor.
Very kind of you.
What tape recorder did he get? A Fisher Price.
A Fisher Price.
Oh, he didn't get the Home Alone one then. What was that one? That was a talkie.
Does anybody remember that it was a big get? It was like Ghetto Blasters were big around this time of year.
Yeah.
I think I got one for my birthday. They were called a Philips roller, and it was like a very 80s with round speakers.
Yeah,
you could get it in, and it had a red handle. Very 80s,
big.
A Philips
That was
roller.
awesome.
I remember having a Seiko. That was a make back then. A Seiko, was it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if cassettes will ever make a comeback like vinyl has, because vinyl, I think last year sold more than CDs did.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it did. Cassettes are a bit of a niche thing because a lot of people are releasing things on cassettes as well.
It's funny because one of my intentions when I first did All Things 80s was to get hold of a tape recorder and unbox some unopened cassettes and just experience it again going back in time. And I was doing a bit of cleaning and I found the cassettes that I bought for that very purpose. Just holding those cassettes brought back so many memories because there was something quite special about getting the cassette and then taking out the cardboard, and it would fold out about a dozen times. With all the lyrics and the pictures and things in it. It was great.
I used to love making my own tapes as a kid, writing it. Do you remember you got the blank thing and you'd write it?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
There we go.
Let me just make you a big man.
Big man.
If my sister's watching, but because Night Flight to Venus. This was I when I was a kid. And
by the Rivers of Babylon, is that on it?
Yeah, Painter Man, Rah Rah Rasputin.
Oh wow!
And if my sister's watching, she doesn't know I got it. But it was my sister's.
Oh wow!
You pinched it.
Where's my
did you used to break the top of it so someone couldn't record over it? Is that right? Or you tape over? Put the tape over.
Or blue tack. You put a bit of blue tack in the hole.
To record over this, you would have to put a sellotape over it.
I'm sad to confess that my Star Wars tape and read-along book, I actually taped over Star Wars with some Iron Maiden back in the late 80s.
I probably did that with Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We got Jared O'Connor. Well, thank you so much. You've just said here, great job, gents. Well, thank you.
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah,
very much. We aim to please.
Yeah.
It's fun though, isn't it? This is awesome. You're bringing back so many memories and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah. So I'm guessing, where are we at? We're at 48 minutes in, so we're way ahead of schedule. So are you ready to take a look at some toy catalogs?
Why not?
No. I should have told you this in advance, but if you've seen the other streams, you know what's going to happen. We're going to take a look through these pages, and at the end, we can pick the 3 gifts that we would like. Now, those can be 3 gifts you wanted as a kid, or 3 gifts you would like now, but just pick 3, and we'll do our 3, 2, 1s at the end.
Okay.
So I got to lead us into this.
Tez has probably already got him in his room.
Yeah.
He might be behind me. I've got a little pile of Christmas presents.
Here we go. Christmas 1984. So now, interestingly enough, unlike the previous 2 episodes, we are going to see some home computers in this one, thankfully. Because those were sadly missing in the 85 and 86.
You're going to have the Spectrum Plus 2, maybe.
The Spectrum.
Here we go.
Wow, look at that.
Rubber keys.
I had the 48K.
So, but look at this. Look at the graphics on this.
Oh, that's the Atari. That one there. That's the
Atari. I never knew that Atari did an actual home computer.
Yeah, they did. They did a few, and it was but because we were British, and the Spectrum was just like, outstanding at the time.
The ZX Spectrum was my only experience with home computing because, bizarrely, the neighbor of my friend had one that we would go and play, and the only game they had was Jet Set Willy.
And what a game that was! What a game that was!
Yeah.
Great game.
And sadly, this one hasn't been scanned very well, so it's quite hard to sort of read specifics. But I'm trying to see that number 12 looks like it cost could be 130.
Yeah, that was back the standard price back then.
Yeah.
130 quid.
Expensive back then.
You didn't even get a tape deck with it, did you? No tape deck.
And the tape with it. I think if you go into the cassette, which you get there, Dean, I think it says Horizons on it.
Yeah.
Horizons. That tape on eBay goes for crazy money.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was that an early prototype?
It had like 10 programs with like 2 or 3 games on it, and then you get
programs.
there was there was one program on it which is like a mini encyclopedia.
All right.
Yeah. But that's and then of course the Commodore 64.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
never had one.
Am I right in saying that any tape player would play these games, or did it have to be one that you bought specifically?
The one that came in the Commodore 64 had a special interface at the back, and you had to have that particular
graphic.
With the Spectrum, as long as you had one with the correct out labels, and you needed a tape counter on it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And the volume control, because some games you had to turn up the volume for.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here and say a huge thank you to Blake Tarpley. That is incredibly generous, Blake. Thank you so much.
Really? Wow.
Great show as usual, Dean. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Blake. Thank you. That is quite remarkable. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. What a great gift.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So this Atari, so this is a step up from that wood-paneled one that I was familiar with.
This is the what's the 720? 720? I can't remember. It was huge. It was huge.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't the Darth? Didn't they call one the Darth Vader or something? That was a different one, was it? That was completely.
That was a different. All black.
Yeah. It's very nice.
I think my sister for her birthday in '83. We got it was a shared birthday present between me and my sister, was the Atari 2600 with the wood chip.
Yeah.
Just great, you know.
So what the hell is what's this extension?
I love those cases. Yeah, I love those cases there. Those book things. You would hide your videos inside the little books. So, you know.
So this pull away. What was the purpose of the pull away? Anyone?
I think it was an RF. You could plug the into the TV and have the Atari further away from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
think.
And then, of course, the very thing we needed to play these computers, TVs.
Oh, look at that! I remember that advert with the bird on it. Wow.
Yeah. I remember the advert boasting about the flattest, squarest tube. Remember that?
Yeah. And some of those have got remote controls with them as well, which is really pushing
a wire.
Fancy, yeah.
I remember my grandma having a remote control that just clicked. Had one button. It just clicked.
Yeah. Oh, look at the Ghetto Blaster radio cassette player.
Yeah. But check out the aerials, the set-top aerials.
Oh my God.
I know, look at that.
I remember when them trying to you'd be watching a film at night and you had to keep as you got in bed, you'd have to it's gone again, get out, adjust it. And because you were getting in bed, you're interfering with the aerials. You'd be in and out trying to
and look at that, 1984, and they're still pushing out black and white TVs.
Black and white. I had a black and white TV in my bedroom to play Spectrum games in black and white. So
the
dial.
So
I don't think I got a colour until I was in my teens. I don't think.
I've got that. I've got that next to me now. There we go.
Yeah, this is
Donkey Kong. I gave him away.
they're not seeing my game here, but my video tomorrow is focusing on the Astro Wars I got back in '82.
Oh, yeah.
Which I still have, believe it or not.
Have you?
I've held on to that.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
I gave mine away.
Yeah.
I've still got this.
enough,
I've still got the
Oh,
the Tomitronics. I've shared this lots of times.
Let me see.
yeah.
All that stuff, Terry. You could have done this, Steve. We could have done this in your bedroom.
Yeah,
I know,
right.
it's come from my house, and I'll get back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But this Munchman is familiar to me because one summer a friend and I swapped games. So I gave him my Astro Wars. He gave me his Munchman for the summer.
All right.
And basically it was a Pac-Man ripoff, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Although the controls, as you can see, were a pain to use.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah.
I remember those adapters with the 4 plugs.
Oh yeah, little joysticks you could put on. Yeah.
Yep.
Those things.
Those. Yeah, they'll always be like twisting the cable to get it to work sometimes.
Oh yeah. And
some of the grandstand stuff. I do remember the grandstand stuff. Yeah.
And obviously it was well made because mine has survived almost 4 decades. Still works perfectly.
Doesn't it take 4 C batteries?
4 C batteries. I mean, luckily it came with its own power adapter because
that's right.
Because batteries back then did not last the way they do today. And you'd be lucky to get an hour or two of gameplay with the batteries back then.
Yeah, definitely.
Grandstand,
I remember having a grandstand when it was all black. I'm trying to remember what game was on it now. I think it was like a Space Invader one, I think. Yeah.
So these sort of educational games never really appealed to me because for me,
Major Morgan,
I would do my learning at school, and home time was for having fun, not for learning.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny because Target have done a retro speaking spell this Christmas, so you can buy a new speaking spell at Target. Yeah.
Oh wow!
And it looks exactly the same.
Cool.
Sounds the same. It's got to sound the same, isn't it?
Oh, was that? No, I thought that was the Dukes of Hazzard Barn Busters. That was
no.
Yeah, because I guess most people that are big ET fans would have a speaking spell, wouldn't they? Because
But these Electric sets are fantastic.
Oh yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard and Knight Riders.
ARD.
Got the old boy racer XR3i racing.
There's the big track.
Big track battleship. Is that a Hornby railway set?
Yeah.
The thing about seeing that radio controlled Jeep really upsets me because one year I wanted a radio controlled car, and I ended up getting a remote controlled car, which of course meant there was a long cable between the controller and the car.
Yeah.
It was what was the point in that? You know.
Crossroads and Catapults.
Yeah.
Is that a Domino Rally? I think I had that.
Yeah. Mr. Pop, I always remember. But I've said this in every stream thus far, and I'll say it again. Test Match was one of the best games ever made.
I remember
it exceeded expectations.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It really was. Now, interestingly enough, can we expect to get this with the Return of the Jedi exclusive retro collection figure?
Oh, it'd be clever if they did. It'd be clever if they did.
What is that game? I don't remember.
Like that Sarlacc Pit game.
Yeah, the Sarlacc Pit game.
Oh yeah, they should do. Yeah,
you have to get from one side of the barge to the other, don't you? And you've got all the Gamorrean cards in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They'd be good to do that if they got any sense, but I know it's Parker, not Hasbro. Parker in that game.
Interestingly enough, seeing Cluedo here, I just got an email the other day from Metallica telling me that they're doing a Metallica Cluedo style game.
All right.
Where the objective is to see who stole the band's equipment.
No way.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Yeah.
It's like $50. I'm like, nah, I'll pass. Thank you very much. So, Crossfire, I remember playing at a friend's house. Pretty good game.
Me and my sister had Crossfire. It was blisters on your thumbs from playing it.
Yeah.
Tank
Command.
I remember Tank Command.
Yeah.
I want to bite your finger. That my friend had that. It was a vampire, and you put your finger in it, and it used to leave red marks on your.
Although, as I learned last week, it was just felt tip pens that came down.
That was it. That was it.
Right.
As opposed to actually getting bitten, which kind of sucks. This one, Animal Smackers. Never heard of that.
I don't remember that.
No.
Pac-Man. My friend had that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Family Fortunes.
Oh, Family Fortunes.
I'm assuming that would be. Who was the host? Was that like Max Bygraves or something?
It was Bob Monkhouse, and then
Bob Monkhouse. And then Les Dennis, didn't he do it? No, not Les. Was it Les Dennis?
Yeah. And Vernon Kay does it now.
Is it still on?
It's Gianni now, isn't it? It's Gianni now doing it.
Oh no, it's Gianni. Yeah, it's the racial.
The chef. He now does TV. The chef guy. No way.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Again, I keep seeing Game of Life in my local Rite Aid for sale.
I played a Game of Life on Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
I played with my niece and nephews. Yeah, they had a new modern set, and it has changed a bit. It's not. It's the same game, but it's not. It takes 2 minutes now. That's it.
Hangman. There we go. Remember that.
Hangman.
I remember playing that. I was a wicked downfall player because I would you'd finish the game and then not tell your opponent, and then they would go, "Ha ha! I've won," and you were like, "Oh, well, I won ages ago." I was just pretending.
Yahtzee. I've never played.
No,
I haven't.
No, never played it. It looked boring.
Do you remember a game called Mastermind that involved coloured little pegs?
You had them shielded, didn't you? Yeah, you had to guess them.
Well, this is interesting. So, when I was back at my parents' house 2 years ago, cleaning everything out, I found a bunch of my dad's old toys, and he had the 70s version of that. And interestingly enough, on the box of that, there was like a very sort of debonair gentleman with this beautiful Asian lady.
Oh, Mastermind.
I remember the box. Yeah,
and
Mastermind.
It was like James Bond. It was like James Bond sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've brought all those back with me. I've not looked at them in a few years, but I would like to try and learn how to play it because it looks quite interesting. Wasn't it a case of someone would pick a sequence and the other person had to guess what it was?
And and you would put the colours out, and then you would if it was a correct colour in the right place, you would have a white peg and the black pegs were incorrect.
Yeah,
and you had to sort of
yeah, you played it.
Oh, guess who?
Now you see, Connect 4 it's once you know the secret, you could if you're the first player, you'll never lose.
Yeah, it's like Noughts and Crosses. I found my childhood version in my Attic Attack video. It was in my mum's of that very box.
Yeah. Lego.
Lego. Oh, I had that castle.
So Duplo.
Oh, I had the PlayStation.
The castle. Yeah.
Oh, swap you
that.
The castle was better.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Here's four models from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, well, Airfix kit.
Wow, and in one box. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That.
Popoids. I don't recall them.
No.
Erector. Interesting name.
I remember getting Erectors.
I say Teddy's favourite game.
So this is the good stuff, and if I remember rightly, it was 1984. I got this set here, the sort of space station, which I remember being so thrilled with because it came with so many new parts I've never seen before. Because up until this point, Space Lego was very much grey bricks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and then they introduced all these wacky colors and
yellow,
white,
yellow windshields and things. They were fantastic.
Green,
hey Matt, is that the one above it? Is that the one you built on your video the other day?
No, that's the missile one. Yeah, that's
the missile.
yeah.
Well, the missile one. The one below is the refueling one, which is below. So yeah.
Right.
That one in the middle there is crazy. That's supposed to be a robot. The that one there, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't
look
walk
at
or
that.
nothing.
That to me is Lego. That's what it should look like.
It's
you know?
crazy. It's so great. It's brilliant, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And again, this set here has appeared in almost every catalogue of the decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, I remember.
And
I used to love having a JCB. I think I got a JCB one year with all the pipes on it. Pump it. And, yeah.
Fantastic. And I think it's so cool that Lego has survived. There will always be a Lego. No matter what the current trends are, Lego is always there.
It will. Yeah. It always
I remember talking to one of my kids, and my kid was saying, well, it wasn't the same though, because now we have Star Wars, Lego, Marvel, but so did we. We had our imaginations to make Star Wars, Lego, and Marvel,
you had to build whatever you wanted to, really.
Yeah.
What's this? Master Molder set. I remember getting a few sets that came with like the plaster of Paris powder and a rubber mold that you would hang inside a drinking glass. You remember?
Yeah.
I remember getting Masters of the Universe, and it came with like a set of paint and the powder and the mold, and you had to like mix it up with water, pour the mold. Once it's set, you would roll it off like a Johnny bag and then paint it.
I remember those.
Yeah,
I remember
good experience, isn't it? Good training for the future.
Yeah.
All the memories.
Mr. Frosty, always there.
Hasbro's Mr. Frosty as well.
Yeah. Everyone wants.
Come on, Hasbro, do the looks HasLab version.
HasLab, yeah.
I've got to say, I was always a fan of Spirograph.
Yes.
It always just amazed me how just sticking your pen in that little thing and just turning it a few times and make these amazing designs. Check out the knockoff Etch-a-Sketch. It's Postman Pat's Twist and Draw.
Twist and Draw.
Yeah. The sort of Wendy House things.
Remember them.
Till.
Cashiers. Look at that Tills. Who wants Tills for Christmas?
Yeah. But hopefully we get to the good stuff almost. Bullseye.
Oh, look at that Harrier.
Can't beat a bit of gold.
Snooker tables.
I remember the snooker tables.
Did anybody have a snooker table?
Oh, yeah.
In the garage.
The mini one.
You see, we wouldn't use the legs, though. We'd put it on our dining table.
Right.
And you'd scratch it.
Yeah.
Don't use it on there. Yeah.
And the balls were always too small, weren't they?
You got to take it off now. You want to have tea? No, you got to take it off.
Yeah.
Oh, the Harrier. That was like a. Yeah.
Oh, the Harrier, like Argos never got the good bikes in stock. They had these sort of knockoff brands. Harrier by, I can't even read that, but yeah. Very much a Rally Burner ripoff.
I had it was a French BMX, a Pouche Invader. I don't know if it was good. It looked good. I'm glad I had it.
Oh, now we're talking. So, Stompers. Now, we've discussed this before regarding you had Rough Riders and you had Stompers, but I don't think they were the same. The one I had was an A-Team van with a gear stick coming out the roof.
I had the
two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive.
And they didn't have sponge tires, like really spongy tires.
Well, they were like soft rubber.
Yeah,
very soft rubber. Yeah.
And this is what I just covered this week. So we had the Speed Jumper and the Stunt Busters. But interestingly, these are from Hasbro in the UK. And the American ones I acquired, the company was called Knickerbocker.
Knickerbocker.
Right.
Knickerbocker. You made the Lord of the Rings figures. Yeah.
You've got Speed Jumper and Stunt Buster, but is the Stunt Buster the same as Barn Busters?
No, Barn Buster was more extensive. Barn Buster had the barn and other ramps and things attached to it.
Yeah, because I had that one.
Yeah.
I remember.
And it's got I was a spoiled kid. We never went on holiday, so I was a spoiled kid.
Yeah. No, the ironic thing was, as a kid, our house was all carpeted except for the kitchen and bathroom, which wasn't great for playing with Matchbox cars. But for the Dukes of Hazzard speed jumper, the carpet was perfect because when you put the General Lee towards the ramp wouldn't skid everywhere. Whereas when I tried to do the videos the other day on a smooth floor, the ramps are sliding about all over the place. But fantastic toys.
I love that little wrist racer they got down there at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're brilliant.
I got that as
Oh,
well.
I had was it Chips? I had the Chips wrist racer. The Chips motorbike.
I had back in the day. I had the General Lee wrist racer and Roscoe's squad car, which was far better because it had a clockwork mechanism that would put down a little peg and cause the car to do various skids and turns and things. Whereas the General Lee only had a weighted rear end that would do wheelies. So the Roscoe's car was far better than the General Lee. Now over here,
remember Penny Racers? We've got Penny Racers in there.
Yeah. So, Evil Knievel stunt cycle.
Still want one. Yeah.
Probably definitely in my top 5 of all time toys.
Yeah.
I've got one down. Josh has got one downstairs. It's the reissue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a reissue. Yeah.
The Action Man Jeep as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, all my Action Man vehicles were knockoffs. I forget the name of the company, but they were huge. I had like a jet fighter that must have been probably close to 3 feet in length. I had this motorcycle and sidecar and a tank.
Remember the sidecar.
But they weren't Palitoy. They were some knockoff brand, but they worked perfectly fine. Yeah. We've got some Corgi big rigs. We've got Weetabix, Yorkie, Rally.
Yorkie. Remember the Yorkie truck?
Yeah.
Yorkie's a man's chocolate.
Yeah.
Not for girls. Not for girls. Did he still have on the chocolate? Not for girls, or
no, not anymore.
Not anymore nowadays. Can you? You can't say that nowadays.
No, you can.
Now you see this. I was never aware that we had Hot Wheels when I was a kid. It was always Corgi or Matchbox.
Matchbox, I remember.
Matchbox. Yeah.
I never had a Hot Wheel as a kid.
No, it was always later on in life, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, the 18 tank.
I had all that as a kid. All of it.
Bugger.
Isn't that like such a great set?
Yeah. That really is.
It does look good. Yeah.
Everything is there.
Yeah.
And
hasn't Vintage Dave didn't he have the tank? He's got the tank. And the trailer. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I always wanted Faces Corvette.
Yeah.
So these I only had as a kid the BA figure, but I managed to get them all in the last couple of years. These are great figures. And they came with like a ton of accessories. I mean, in BA's case, he had a toolbox just jam-packed with tools. And his gun and everything. Brilliant. The sort of Wendy House, Playhouse thing. Now, do you think boys would have liked that?
We could just pretend it's... you would pretend, wouldn't you? You had the van. Yeah.
A Wendy House was always something you put outside in the summer, or if you had room inside in your bedroom, just to use your imagination.
Although,
I guess,
I'll never forget, this may even be 84, maybe 85. One of my friend's sisters had a Wendy House, and he quickly realized that by disassembling it and taking those inner pipes, they made fantastic blowpipes. And we would take these sort of berries, these sort of weird berries off the local tree, fire them. My God, these things came out at a rate of knots. They would like leave big welts on your arm. It was fantastic.
That reminds me, Dean. Do you remember you used to get like a push bike with the pump, with the bicycle pump?
Yeah.
And it used to put the berries on the end of the pump. And go,
yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody? I used to do that.
Yeah. No. In fact, one time there must have been like 10 of us with these blowpipes, and I don't know what happened, but someone betrayed the group, and he had to face the firing squad.
Oh no!
this one kid had to stand up against the wall. We all took pot shots with these blowpipes. That's cool, but probably too small for us to have enjoyed back in '84.
Yeah, it didn't look like the Night.
I'd be 10, I'd snap that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is the Knight Rider Super Stunt set, which is basically the Barn Busters, but done for a Knight Rider.
Oh,
yeah.
But
Hasbro.
Very hard to find these.
And, I never knew that existed.
No. No, I did have and still do have these Knight Rider walkie-talkies.
Wow. But
as with these things back in the day, the cable was so short, you could actually hear your voice acoustically. You know, there was...
Shut up, stop talking too loud.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. So they were still sort of doing the first wave of figures in '84.
Yeah.
So you got 2-packs, He-Man, Skeletor, the two ladies. Yeah, these are pretty cool. But of course,
Castle Grayskull looks grey there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Look how dark the skull is on it as well. Yeah,
prototype, isn't it?
Fantastic.
It's mad that they when they sprayed the black on the
just random, isn't it?
On the it's random because it was on that Netflix show, wasn't it? They just a guy just went and just sprayed every single one randomly.
Yeah,
awesome. Awesome. Jump in here and say a big thank you to Zantara. Thank you so much. He says Knickerbocker Toys was sold to Hasbro and one other company in the early 80s, which would explain the Dukes of Hazzard playset.
There you go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you, and thank you for the info. So Knickerbocker was sold to Hasbro. Okay, so sort of typical Hasbro. Buying up the competition. So we've got all the sort of vehicles and creatures here. Fantastic. So now do you think we're going to see all of these at some point in the Origins line?
Bounty.
Oh, please! Especially Snake Mountain. You know how good Castle Grayskull came out. They've got to do Snake Mountain next. So
How many years has Mattel got left on the license? Isn't it like
2023?
Oh, you're all right then.
They must have this ready. They must have.
Well, they must do, because all these accessories that are coming out now with the new Stridor and the new battle damage battle cap, they all add on to Castle Grayskull. So obviously, when they designed Grayskull, they knew, stuff in the future. So I think
Snake Mountain's got to be. Snake Mountain's got to be next year.
Although I heard that people are able to get hold of Stridor off eBay, even though it's not actually released in America yet.
Yeah, I think they're looking for February for Stridor, but I've just watched the video of a guy said he got it off eBay, but it's fantastic. I got the original one on there, but that is just ridiculous. And again, it comes with a part that fits onto Grayskull.
Right.
It's one of the best toy lines in years.
Now, here's the question: was the original Panther flocked?
Yes.
That looks flocked. Remember, it wouldn't be flocked.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And again, the figures. So now we're looking at. So I was wrong. I thought that Transformers made their debut in the UK in '85, but apparently not.
I didn't get any until 85.
It would be 85, wouldn't it?
The summer of '84, I got a Bumblebee and my Sideswipe. That was I remember getting them a bit later on.
Although 85 was the big year, because that was the year that was unable to get Optimus Prime because it was sold out.
I got a even 86, that photograph I put up on Twitter because I got some older Transformers, but to replace Optimus Prime, my auntie bought me Stax, which was the GoBot version of Optimus Prime, and I opened it was the same size box. So I opened it. I went,
I love GoBots.
Do you know it's funny as well, because you look at all these 80s pictures in this catalogue, but the Transformer one, that looks more 80s than any of them. It just has a real 80s vibe about it, doesn't it? G1 Transformers.
Interesting, there was no Megatron for sale.
No, Megatron came out later on because even though he appeared in the very first catalog, it was the gun law thing. And then it was they released it later on, but then they recalled it in I think it was by 87 you couldn't get Megatron. And sorry to gloat, but the Christmas of '86 I got. There you go.
Yeah. He's not gloating. It's fantastic.
I've got loads. I've got so many 1984 Christmas items here to show with you.
So, Mr. Guboto, thank you so much. Very, very kind. He says, I remember Christmas '84 mainly due to the fact my dad getting me the hot toy of the year, Optimus Prime, which was my introduction to the Transformers toy line. Well, I thank you again, Mr. Guboto. That is incredibly generous of you. So I guess for us in the UK, Transformers in '84 would be a pretty unknown quantity, right? Because
it was hard to get.
Brand new.
You look at that Black Star below. I do not remember Black Star being shown
I was just thinking that myself. I've seen Black Star on channels, but I never remember it as a kid.
I don't think it ever got shown in the UK. I don't think it.
No.
But some really good
I remember it being in on the pegs in Toy and Hobby, but it was I was always looking for Star Wars and Transformers.
Yeah, that Skeletor's mask and that is still very
solid. Look at that little shabby.
That'd be you.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
So over here we got some real good stuff going on. The Action Force. Look at this.
That's amazing.
The Robo Skull. Fantastic stuff.
Oh, the dream of having a Robo Skull.
Yeah, I've never seen that Assault Course.
No,
fantastic.
Cool. Isn't it?
I love that as a kid.
I loved how they would sell figures in packs of 3.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah, I remember the
and then look at this.
Command Center.
Never had it. Never had the tank. Had the SAS Jeep, but never had that. Still got my tank. It's still there. I'm a Jeep.
Brilliant stuff. Look at this.
What are you talking?
So, I love how they've used what appears to be like the surface of Hoth with the Morian Guard and the Emperor's Royal Guard.
You know what they're doing. These toy photographers.
Yeah,
I got the. I've got it ready. I got the Imperial, the Rebel Transporter for Christmas that year. And that was the. I was a bit confused because it was like something I didn't ask for, and it came in this long box. I was like, "What's this?"
Yeah,
I've got mine. Go on, show Shabby. I'll do one up on you, Shabby. I'll do one up on you.
Let's see what's he going to show us.
Whoa! Well, you've seen this before. Yay! That was the main Christmas present.
He's got it in a box.
Oh, that's a big fantastic.
Yeah, you have it in a box.
Brilliant.
Also, quickly while you big screen D, I'll just go for it quickly.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
That was a very good Star Wars Christmas. And of course, I remember getting that Luke and that, but I could have got that. I could have got that Luke, but I don't think so because it's the blue background. I think that might be a bit later. Mm-hmm. I got the Queen Hot Space album, and I remember getting that Christmas Day.
I've got that.
Yeah, and of course, Bass Street Kids 84.
Oh, now you're talking.
And the last one, the Ewok. I think I bought that with me Christmas money. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
brilliant, Taz. Brilliant.
I had a little pile prepared.
Yeah, he's been waiting to do it all night.
Some of them might be incorrect, but there you go.
Oh, is the general consensus you're better off getting the Robin Hood village?
That's the one I've got. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I've got the original Ewok village, but I prefer the Robin Hood one with all the,
You can't. As I say, you can't beat a bit of bush on the top.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Do you get anything else? Is it just the trees, the bushes that you
No,
get?
it's painted differently in it, Matt. The huts
Yeah,
are painted differently.
it's darker
grayer,
colour, it's
isn't
a
it?
darker tone
Yeah.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're missing you don't get the drum either. You don't get the little drum.
Oh, right. Shabby, you still need the fences, don't you?
Yeah, I've talked to some of the lads and what I need, and there's just a couple of things, and I need left to restore mine. So it's in great condition. Just need the drum and a fence. I think that's it. So
yeah.
So looking at this, I'm having a hard time with the very poor scan, but it appears to me that the Rancor was costing £14.95, while Jabba was only £10.95.
Amazing, isn't it?
Hold on a
And I
second,
think-
Dean. I'll just check. I've got mine here. Mine have got price tags on. I've got a Rancor box. It says $14.99 from Tesco. I can't show it.
Okay.
And my Jabba says from Tesco $9.99.
Wow.
$9.99, Terence.
Yeah,
Very
got the
nice.
stickers on. There you go.
But interesting,
Yeah.
because I would have said Jabba was much more value than the Rancor.
A
Yeah.
bit more.
Anyway,
Look at that.
again,
Beautiful.
Argos were doing figures in packs of 4.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Didn't Argos used to do you had to go in and pick the number, and they would randomly bring them out, and you would have randomly get one. You might get one of the 4. I thought.
So you couldn't ask for which ones. You just say a number and they grab you.
They just randomly bring 4 out and say pick one.
I think you might be
if you
right.
bought all 4, then you're okay. But sometimes you just bought one, they would just give you. I'm sure that happens a lot.
Yeah, Matt, number 13. It says set of 4 figures may vary.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
You want to
any
get the
4.
one you want. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's not so good.
No.
Right.
Huh. But
That'd be good,
TIE
yeah.
Interceptor. The
The X-wing with the dark
X-wing.
canopy.
That's dark engines, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dark engines as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the dark engines.
very
yeah.
cool.
Battle
Yeah.
damage. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then next
The
up,
white-
oh
the
boy.
Oh boy. Oh,
Here we
boy.
go. There's Orville, Roland Rat,
Oh, rat fins. Rat fins.
Garbage. No, Cabbage Patch
Cabbage
Kid.
Patch.
I
Yeah.
prefer
Cabbage,
Garbage
yeah.
Pail Kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all prefer garbage.
Oh, a red Fraggle. There you go.
Yeah.
The Fraggles, yes.
Yeah, don't see much of Fraggle stuff.
Nah.
Don't you guess
Um,
away. Oh, is that a strawberry? That's what
Strawberry?
That's what your TIE fighters smell like.
TIE
isn't it?
Fighter smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter smell. TIE Fighter
Yeah.
pilot smell.
Care Bear.
Yeah.
It's like Fisher Price record player, is it?
Oh, can't
yeah.
be a bit
Yeah.
of Fisher Price.
Maybe that was the tape recorder that was used to record Band-Aid off the
Yeah,
tape.
Yeah.
that one. Connie used, yeah.
Yeah, it could be that one. But
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I?
Um,
The Fisher Price Airport.
Fisher Price.
Look at that.
You got-
That's
Matt, get your Fisher Price out, Matt. Oh, I had the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got my
What have you
Fisher
got?
Price,
What's that, Matt?
a Turbo Hawk.
Turbo
Is that
Hawk.
Fisher Price?
It's a plane. Yes, Fisher Price. It was
Yeah.
my stand-in for my Action Force because it was even got the
That's
it's got a pilot.
awesome.
It's awesome. This. Yeah.
Yeah, Now, obviously, we didn't play with dolls, but I seem to remember that my friend's sister had dolls called Cindy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cindy
hang on,
was
let me-
Barbie. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, Matt. I can't see you there. Let me do that again. Can you bring your plane up there? Oh yeah,
There we go. Look
That
at that.
doesn't
very nice.
look like Fisher Price at all, does it?
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
to actually you had to build this as well. It came in like pieces.
Kit
You had to
form.
kit it. Yeah. So but this is always missing. You look on eBay, that bit is always missing because it's very loose. So
Yeah.
you've got a little pilot as well with the weird arm. He's always arms up here, isn't it? So,
It's in great nick, that as well, Matt.
It
Oh,
is. It is. It's got
Yeah.
wheels on the bottom as well. No undercarriage, just wheels.
Ah,
So yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
very nice.
It's my stand-in for my Action Force.
So do you remember a doll that was called Cindy with a?
Yeah, my sister had loads of Cindy. It was I
Right.
don't think she had any Barbie. It was
She had a fatter head, Cindy, didn't she? Her head was kind of rounder.
she was more classy than Barbie.
Yeah, because
She didn't need Ken.
Because your mum's a bit of an expert, and she's Shabby on sort of because she makes.
Yeah, my mum makes outfits for dolls, Jean Marshall dolls, Barbies, Cindy's. Yeah, she does it all.
Yeah. It's a Fame game. I used to hate that TV show because I think it used to come on a Thursday after Top of the Pops.
Yeah, Leroy.
Yeah,
I remember because he always wore that grey half top, and he always used to do my head in.
Yeah,
pull it down, man.
Yeah.
I remember that Ladybug push along thing. I think my daughter just
yeah.
He sold that for years as well, didn't he?
Car, isn't it? It's like that little car you get. That's the classic.
I remember having something similar when I was a very small lad, like the sort of cart with the wooden blocks in them.
Yeah,
they still sell those.
Yeah,
I remember that red tractor.
Oh yeah, my mate had that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then this is like for infants now.
Oh, I remember the turtle toilet, the bath thing. Tasteful.
Oh, glowworm.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Glowworm.
Remember those?
Yeah,
Matchbox teddy bear that did the various sounds and.
I remember the Fisher Price Jack in the Box.
Oh yeah, that was everywhere. Like wherever you went, there was always one of those somewhere. And what do we have next? That's it. So.
Oh, you go. I enjoyed that. That was good.
Oh, that was nice. I think probably 84 may have been the best year in the 80s for toys because you had Star Wars at its peak, you had Action Force, the introduction of Transformers, you had the A-Team stuff, you had some
electronic games as well.
Masters of the Universe was going. That was up and running.
Yeah. I mean,
did we get to the bra page?
Oh yeah, well there was no Argos, unfortunately.
I just always
didn't have it in Argos, did they?
I'm just wondering if by any chance I could maybe find the shower page. If you remember shower accessories, you maybe get a bit of side boob if you were lucky.
Professional. He knew exactly what he was looking for, RD. You know what I mean?
And just like that,
the exercise bike as well.
Lads, stand by for a bit of titillation.
Oh dear.
I think you're going to like this.
Okay.
Side boob, red and white shirt. Oh
wow, that is racy. 84.
You don't have to show that much, really.
Crikey, that is racy, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not bad.
God.
There you go.
She looks very clean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shiny, but very shiny.
Fresh.
Very shiny.
Soap everywhere.
Yeah. So,
brilliant.
Having looked through those pages, have you picked out 3 gifts that you would like
I forgot about
from that catalogue?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, in order of 3, 2, 1, starting with 3. So, Tez, what would be your third pick from those pages?
We briefly saw it, but we talk about it. Would have been the original crossbows and catapult set.
Nice.
Because I had one a bit later on.
Just your third pick. We'll go round.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
So, Matt, what is your third pick?
It'd have to be the AT-AT. I never had an AT-AT when I was younger.
Yeah.
Never had one. Never had one. So yeah.
And Shabby?
Mine would have been the Action Force Assault Course.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Yeah, and I've picked the Optimus Prime because it was the one Transformer I really, really wanted and just never had as a kid. So that for me is number 3. So number 2, Tez.
Number 2, possibly. I think it was on one of the Nintendo. It was not the orange Nintendo Game Watch, which was Donkey Kong. It was Donkey Kong Jr., which was a single screen.
Okay, I've got to pull this comment up from Chris.
Oh no! Oh no! Look out! Oh look out!
If I'd been there, she would look like a badly iced pig.
Oh man!
Oh, he gets everywhere, doesn't he? He gets everywhere.
You can see him at home, can't you? Laughing. You can just see him sniggering. You know what I mean?
It's like that's like classic Viz humor, like stuff that I left her with a face like a painter's radio.
That is. Oh man, this is what you.
I've lost track. Where we at? Is it Matt with number 2?
Yeah, number two. Yeah, it'd have to be the Evil Knievel again.
Oh yeah.
I had it as a kid, and I'm trying to find one to get one back again. Just
Great pick. And Shabby.
Mine would have been the Action Man Jeep with that pickup thing on the back of it. That looked awesome, all in black. That was fantastic.
For me, it has to be the Robo Skull.
Of course,
yeah.
And before we get to the number 1 spot, I'm going to jump in and say a big thank you to Gerard here.
Oh, Gerard.
He says, kids today missing a trick. All tablets and phones, no plastic fantastic in sight. A real shame.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no
absolutely.
imagination. You can't have imagination. An imagination is shown to you on a screen.
Yeah.
It's funny on Christmas Day because I've got 4 kids and I've got a stack load of toys this Christmas, and they've all just got like phones and tablets, that kind of thing, you know.
The fun of cranking something, really cranking it and hitting that button was
physical stuff.
Yeah,
So,
simple things.
Now is it the number 1 spot now with Tez to go first?
Number 1, I'd probably I've got one now, but it will probably the Y-wing, but I would change my mind because it took me until 86 to get Optimus Prime, and so yeah, probably the Optimus Prime. I had Megatron before Optimus Prime. It's just weird.
Wow.
And
Matt, your number 1?
it'd have to be the Robo Skull. It'd have to be never seen. I've seen one from afar. But I've never
I smelt one once.
Shabby, your number 1 pick.
Well, I mean, the vintage Star Wars wasn't obvious, but I've still got most of that, like the rest of the lads are. So for me, it'd be Castle Grayskull. I would love to have the old. I mean, Scuba got me the new one for Christmas, which is awesome, but I'd love the old one as well. So Castle Grayskull for me.
And for me, it's the ZX Spectrum.
Oh, nice.
I never had any. Let me see, Matt. Oh, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Bits are fixed.
I never had a home computer, and what happened was in Christmas of '83. Oh, Tez is showing off.
He's got a 128. He's got his 128.
Christmas '83. All year, I was all about Star Wars. Everything was Star Wars, and it was decided that would be my big Star Wars Christmas. Now, round about the beginning of December, having been playing with the friends, neighbors, ZX Spectrum, I wanted a home computer. And I said to my mom, I've changed my mind. I don't want Star Wars. I want a home computer. Too bad. We've already bought you Star Wars. So as a result of that, I never had a home computer. So, I would have picked the ZX Spectrum.
Anybody in the chat who's got a spare 48K ZX Spectrum, you know where to send it.
Yeah.
You can get them quite. You can get the whole kabundle for about 40 quid, Dean, on eBay.
I do.
I've got bad memories of it though, because we had one as a kid, but my dad never let us. My dad was always on it. You know what I mean? You'd be sat there waiting for my dad to get off it, and he wouldn't do. Do you know what I mean? So
it takes so long to load games, doesn't it?
So, wasn't the problem back then that a lot of households were 1 TV households? You couldn't play because your dad was watching the cricket or your mum was watching Coronation Street.
Oh yeah, the soaps.
Well, my mum had a word with my auntie who had a caravan, which had used to lent out to people, and then she said, we've bought a colour portable TV. So as a hand me down, I was allowed the black and white TV to play the Spectrum games on in the bedroom. There you go. So that's how you did it back in the day.
Yeah, that was
that was like when I was a kid. I never had a TV in my bedroom or anything. So for me, that's why my Astro Wars game was so important, because that was my escape into video game world. But wow, yeah. So do you think I'm right in saying that 84 was the pinnacle of 80s toys?
Well, we had everything, didn't we? Then Action Man, Star Wars, Transformers. You know what I mean?
For me, what was missing was Mask.
Yeah, Mask was 85, wasn't it? 86, 85.
Yeah.
And I was never involved with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers or any of that stuff.
No, I was a bit. I liked them, but I always felt I was a bit old.
I was a teen then. Yeah, I was more interested in.
Yeah.
Yes, the last toy line I got into as a kid was Brave Star. I loved Brave Star.
Yeah, for me, my last toy line was Mask, and that was my secret guilty pleasure because I was in high school by this point.
Yeah.
So I had to keep that to myself because all the classmates were, getting their first erections and chasing after girls. I remember.
I can pin it down to a particular moment.
What you got the first erection?
I had the accessories for.
Oh, he's dropped it
for this guy. Yeah, I had drag strip, Wild Rider, and I needed the central guy to finish the combiner. And with my birthday money, my mum took me and took me to Tesco's, and they had this, the middle section. And she said, "Here, you go and buy that at the till, your birthday money, and go and take it to the car." She gave me the car key, and I sat in the car, opening this, and then one of a kid in a higher year at high school was at Tesco's shopping as well, and he saw me playing with this in the car. In the back of the car, going, yeah. I must have been like 13, 12, 13.
Oh, no.
And at school, we went back the next week. He really took the piss out of me. Oh yeah, he's playing with fucking toys again, and I got embarrassed, and that was it. Then that was
stopped. Yeah,
I stopped.
Yeah.
So, little bastard.
So, ruined it. Now he's playing with his toys again.
Yeah. He's dead now, that guy. No. No, he is. He's totally dead. Drank himself dead.
That's a bit, isn't it?
Anyway, I still got that toy.
That's why, for me, Mask is a bittersweet toy line, in as much as when I was buying it and playing with it, I knew I was probably at that point, but I was too old for it. And as a result, I didn't enjoy it back then as much as I should have, because I was like playing with it with one eye over my shoulder, making sure no one else knew I was playing with it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sad state of affairs that we were afraid of being bullied because we still enjoy toys.
Yeah, so that would have been about in your second year of high school then, yeah, Dean?
Yeah, it was I think I started high school in the summer of 86.
Yeah. So it would have been Yeah.
And so therefore, from Christmas 86 until probably Christmas of 2012, I didn't get any toys for Christmas, but I've more than made up for it since then.
Damn you. Oh yeah. Damn you. Exactly.
You have to, really. I mean, even
but it was, I moved on to like the 87, 86, 87. I got that baby, and then it was like Mega Drive, which was completely acceptable.
Yeah,
I
think quite possibly the last toy I got as a Christmas gift in the 80s would have been 86 when I got the Screwball Scramble game. Yeah, fantastic. So that was a wonderful segment there. So we're going to move on to our last segment, believe it or not. And we'll just run this little intro. So this doesn't have to be from 84. This can be from any year of your childhood. What are some of your fondest memories of Christmas? And feel free to go in any order you so wish.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't mind starting. I remember. Oh, go on, Tez.
Go on. Go on. So I was just.
All right. Okay. No, I just remember my grandparents having a real proper fireplace. You know, and you'd have the garden, and just that time when I remember toasting a proper bit of toast on a Christmas and just doing that on the fire. So it's one of the best things I remember. And I had He-Man and Skeletor, and of course it was an open fire. And they said, "Don't get too close. Don't get your figures too close." And I'm fighting near the fire. It looks really good, doesn't it? All the flames and stuff. Oh
yeah.
I left my Skeletor on the mantle wall a bit, and of course it's the armor. The armor, because it was thin, it started to melt.
No way.
So my poor Skeletor on the back, it just all like
battle damage.
It's all gone all kind of runny.
Yeah.
So that's one of the. But I love Christmas. Every time I see a fireplace now, it's like it brings you back. So yeah, you miss it. You miss it in those, don't you?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, fireplaces are bright.
Yeah, the taste of it. Taste. Yeah. Oh?
We've got a fire. We haven't done it. We light it at Christmas, but you haven't done it.
Yeah. Well, just nowadays, no, we have fires, do they? So yeah. Who's next? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think for me, it would have been for me every other year. My Swedish uncle and auntie used to come over to stay with us at Christmas, and the Swedes are really rich, yeah. Yeah, they've got and they had really good jobs. Yeah, they had really good jobs, and they spoiled me and my sister because my dad passed away when I was really young, and my auntie was that was my dad's sister. She was British. She married a Swede, and they had really good jobs in Sweden. She was the secretary to the Scandinavian Air Service, so like basically the secretary to the boss of BA. And my uncle was the chauffeur for the American ambassador for Sweden, and every time they used to come over, they used to just give me and my sister just like tons of money, and they used to just take us out, and we every other year. I mean, that's why I got loads of those toys, like 84 was a fantastic Christmas for me because it was like a real big Star Wars. You know, me and my sister got really spoiled. They even spoiled my mum. They took her to like the Hilton and stuff like that. So yeah, it was like 82, 84 and 87 were really good Christmases for me because it was just yeah,
fantastic.
Mine was pretty straightforward. I remember a lot of people ask you, what your first Star Wars figure was, and I can't remember that, but I think it was either Christmas 84 or 85 that my mum had bought all secondhand, but she bought everything Star Wars. We'd come downstairs, and there was everything there. You know, the Rebel Transport, the Millennium Falcon, the AT-AT, all of it, dozens of figures. And it's just a memory. You know, as I got older, I asked her about that, and she said it was the guy down the road that was selling it all. And they just bought it, but it was just amazing as a kid, like at about 9 or 10, coming downstairs and seeing it all out. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, that was my favorite. I'll never forget that Christmas. I think that Christmas and getting all those toys in that way makes me the collector I am now. You know why I still carry on collecting and so forth. So
yeah.
Good old Anne-Marie.
Yeah, she was awesome. Yeah.
You're Anne-Marie. Watching.
I have a memory. Now, this might be late 70s.
Okay.
It was Christmas Day, and I don't remember if it snowed on Christmas Day or if it had been already snowing prior to Christmas. But it was in the evening of Christmas Day, and my mum said, "Oh, come to the back. There's been a special delivery." And I thought, what the hell? She says, "Santa forgot to bring you something this morning, but he came back with it." And at the back door was this blue plastic sledge. But in the snow, obviously my dad had put on his Wellington boots and had stomped footprints walking away from the house. So to give the impression that Santa had dropped from the sky, left me this plastic sledge, and then walked off. And as a kid, I would have been, 4 years old or something? My mind was blown. I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow. But that leads to the question, what qualifies as a white Christmas? Is it the case that if it snows before Christmas Day and there's snow on the ground on Christmas Day, or does it have to be the first fall of snow on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
What is it?
I would say.
I just think any kind of snow, whether it's
we just don't see it over in the UK anymore, do we?
Well, no, I was brought up by the coast. I mean, but we were brought up in Blackpool, so there was too much salt in the air for snows ever to stick. To be honest, I can only remember one Christmas it snowed as a kid. That's it, and it really snowed, But other than that,
living on the coast, living with me, just never having snow much.
It's like even here today, it was reasonably warm, and it really takes away from that Christmas feel, because for me, it's all about seeing the decorations over the street and being bitterly cold,
dark
and cold, for it to really have that true Christmas feel.
I know exactly what you mean by that. Last year, I'm in North Carolina, and it was 82 degrees on Christmas Day. And I was like,
that's just nuts.
I know.
Crazy. And like they sell Christmases, like you get a Christmas card in Australia and it's got like snow scene on it in like a town, and it's like no, it's bloody boiling hot out there. I've been to New York in November and late November as well, because I went twice, and that was another time, because I was probably in my mid-30s, and I remember feeling really Christmassy, going to Central Park, and it was just like sort of around Thanksgiving, but they were starting to put up the Christmas decorations, and that felt, I was like, oh my god, this is a dream. This is Christmas, snow, cold, New York, lights, brilliant. That's another time for me later on in life.
That's like, I always remember as a small kid in my little town in Scotland, we'd have a pretty decent Christmas display with the lights across the street, and there'd be the big tree with all the lights on. And as the years went by, it just got less and less and less. It's quite sort of depressing nowadays, because we always measured it by how far down the main street the lights came. And when I was a kid, they came down to almost where I lived. And then laterally, they barely made it past the sort of town centre. But also as well, I always see these classic Christmas movies where you see the snow piled up in the corner of the shop window, and you've got the guy in the corner with the hot chestnuts on the cart.
Carol singing.
I would love to be part of that.
Army. You know what I mean? One of my fondest ones, there was a department store in Blackpool called Lewis's, and it had this huge window that went round like so, and every Christmas there'd always be a toy display in there, and so it was great as a kid putting your nose up against this window, and just in awe of all the stuff that was coming that Christmas. That was a great memory.
And like nowadays, you take, we've got kids. Me and Shabby got kids, and you take them to see Santa at like a shopping mall or a department store, and it's really stressful. It's really stressful. Even the Santa's like really pissed off. But back in the day, it was just so like such a magical experience. You'd sit on his knee and you get like a.
You can't do that anymore, though, can you? It's like the Christmas plays at schools. You're not allowed to take photos anymore, or take videos. It's like,
no, without permission.
I know.
That's funny, because I know this sounds quite creepy, and it's not done because I'm a creep, but I do follow my primary school on Twitter. I want to see what goes on.
Yeah, that's not creepy. That makes sense.
But
I do mine as well. I do.
But it's interesting. I think the parents are asked to give permission, because in every photograph, you can see most kids' faces, but some kids, they've had to blur out. But only certain kids.
Yeah, just weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what really makes me happy is that my primary school has the same wall bars in the gym that I used to use.
Oh, those wall bars.
the climbing wall. Yeah.
The climbing bars, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the climbing bars.
Although they have updated the floor, because when I was a kid, it was this like white sort of stone-like material that when you sat on it, you'd end up with piles. Remember, you'd have to sit cross-legged to during the assembly and stuff. But now they've got a nice wooden floor. But for the most part, everything's as it was when I was a kid. And when I see that, it really does take me back. Which reminds me of another memory, which was when I was in primary 1, we had to do the nativity play, and I was one of the 3 kings. But
I played the 3 king as well.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah. I did. Yeah.
But what was most memorable was one of the other kings peed himself on stage.
That was Matt.
I was a shepherd, not me.
I've played a sheep as well in a nativity. So I've gone from a king. I went from a king and I went to a sheep. So I really dropped.
Although I remember it was primary 3. Our class did a performance of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and I was a rat, and there were a few rats. But what I didn't like was, and this was because this was the first and only time I've ever worn ladies' tights.
Wow.
Okay.
You had to wear grey tights.
Every Thursday night after a stream.
I was going to say, get older says it's one of his favourite hobbies.
Yeah, but bearing in mind, this was the 80s. And even back then, the other kids were making fun of us. You know, oh, you're wearing ladies' tights type thing. And they used words I probably can't say anymore. But that was the first and only time. And it made me very uncomfortable, even as a 8-year-old kid or whatever I was. I didn't like wearing ladies' tights.
No, I would. Yeah. No. There's a debate over here, but I mean, I know that we were talking about Radio Times a couple of weeks ago. They were saying whether to say the Happy Christmas Radio Times, because in case Happy Christmas might offend people. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. We're going through COVID and all that sort of stuff. Let's try and have a Christmas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying on the subject. I just think it's just
madness. Let's enjoy something.
Yeah. But do you still get the Royal Variety performance on the TV?
Haven't they sort of rehashed it, Matt? Have they?
I don't watch it anymore. If it is,
it used to be like the winner of Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. So there is something.
The winner would perform on the Royal Variety performance.
It'd be the comedian of the time who's hot in it, presenting it, or whatever. So
Alan Carr or something like that, or James Corden, mate. James Corden.
James Corden, or
James Corden. Is he that fat bloke that's English that's on American TV?
The funniest thing is when I left and came to America, I thought, yes, I do not have to put up with him anymore. And the week I got here, he got the late night show over here. I could not believe it. I thought,
why don't you like? I mean, he's annoying, but why don't?
I never liked it. I don't know what it. Just some people. I just don't. He just has one of those faces, doesn't he? A lady said it to me once. I was talking to a lady. She said, "Oh, you're so funny." She said, "You remind me of James Corden." I nearly punched her in the face.
God. He used to be in Hollyoaks as a school caretaker. That's where he started.
Oh, really?
No. He's not for me.
Not for him. No.
He's from the Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't know.
No, but I'm just trying to remember now. Do they still show Blue Peter on TV?
I think on CBC, something like CBBS, or whatever it is.
Yeah, they do.
On the children's channel, I think they still.
It's all
do
very
something.
politically correct. It's awesome.
So there's no flammable Advent candles.
No,
these
none
days
of that
then?
anymore. No Thunderbirds Island, nothing like that.
No
Nothing like that.
Thunderbirds.
No.
They bake vegan cakes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I think one of the best Blue Peters was the time the elephant shat on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I
the
dragged him
zookeeper
off.
was like
didn't it?
skidding through it all, trying to control this elephant.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
slipped
great.
in it, didn't he? I think the guy slipped in it, didn't he? Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Remember when Anthea Turner got exploded by the Royal Marines cannon? Do you remember that? It's a haircut.
I remember the ginger guy with the glasses and he knocked that Lego head off. Remember, he had all these really nice.
Oh, yeah, Mark Curry.
Curry,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, fantastic.
Scottish guy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's us hit the 2 hour mark. That's
Wow.
I loved it. It's been so good, this. Loved it.
Ah.
Thanks for inviting us on, Dean. It's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I just want to
Thanks,
say
everyone.
thank
All the
you to
people in the
everyone
chat
who
as well.
tuned in for this, and
Yeah, thank you.
thank you so much for those super chats. That is just quite mind blowing. It really is, and I really do appreciate that. And thank you to the amazing guests tonight, where we took a look back at Christmas in 1984.
What a day!
Yeah.
What a year!
Memories, boys, memories.
Memories. So, as this is the penultimate episode, next week is the final Christmas live stream. Well, obviously, if you know your numbers, we'll be looking at Christmas in 1983. So, hope to see you all there.
Oh, that was a good show as well.
Also, as well, thank you to the moderators. I'm hoping there wasn't too much work to do. I didn't really.
No, it looked pretty good.
I didn't see too much in the way of nastiness coming through, so that's a plus.
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Good.
Vibes, man.
Yeah. So again, thank you to the guests. Thank you to you all for watching, and we will see you next time. So it's good night from me, and it's
good night from me.
Good night.
Good
night. Bye-bye.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.